guys, welcome back. Kind of a long intro there. So I just showed you our garden and the wildflowers are growing nicely. We took down the greenhouse. It broke, the wind finally got to it. It could not be saved, sadly, but I almost like the way it looks better out there because you can see the fence better. We'll probably end up getting a new greenhouse, maybe next spring, we'll see. I had a lot of things die. My garden really didn't do that well. I mean, the little cherry tomatoes are coming in. We've had a couple of zucchinis. The mint did really well. What else did well? The lettuce did well, the Swiss chard and the kale. But I didn't really plant it right. I definitely don't have a green thumb when it comes to gardening. I planted stuff too close together. I probably should have just used one whole side maybe just to plant like the zucchini plants, maybe then just one side just for lettuce, like stuff that's going to spread, and kept the tomatoes out of the garden box and just like pots because they grow up. But you know, it's gardening, I feel, is a learning experience. Like, even no matter how much I read about it, it's like until you get in there and put your hands in the dirt and try to figure out your soil, it's a learning experience. It's just, I think, a process, and I definitely don't have it down. So we'll try again next year. I'm not going to try to go buy anything else like new this year. It is what it is. My flowers, some of them, our summer is hotter this year than it was last summer, so the flowers on my back deck, a lot of them are dying. I should have moved them weeks ago somewhere else, but I just kept thinking, oh, they'll be fine, I'll just keep watering them. But I think they just got too much sun and they just dried out. That, or who knows, maybe I was overwatering them. Same thing with like the zucchini. I think that those garden boxes don't drain well. I think maybe the zucchini plants were getting too much water. I don't know. Like I said, learning experience. I'm not by any means like a master gardener or anything like that. This is the first year where I actually planted the stuff. The last 2 years I've done stuff from seeds and they did okay, but previous years before I had a YouTube channel, when we lived in Southern California, my husband planted the gardens and everything thrived. So he definitely has a green thumb. He knew more what he was doing. But, you know, he's been hurt and he works a lot, so I try to do it. And I think I just put things too close together. The cabbage, like I just kind of threw the seeds. And I didn't throw the seeds, but I didn't space them out like you're supposed to. And so we ended up having to like transplant some of them, and most of them died. And anyway, it is what it is. I have to say the wildflowers are looking beautiful. I don't think that has anything to do with me having a green thumb. I think they just like this area and they thrive. So we'll try again next year. I probably still won't do a huge garden next year. I would someday like a huge kitchen garden that we can eat out of, but honestly I feel like we'd end up spending more money trying to do that. I don't know, maybe we'll be in a situation next year to be able to do that and to really figure it out, but I don't know. Funds are going to be tight because of the leak. It's still not fixed. Well, I mean, the leak is fixed, but it turns out a homeowner's insurance will pay for the damage, but they wouldn't pay for the fix. Does that make sense? It's kind of like if your water heater goes out, they would pay for the damage cost from the water heater, but they won't pay to replace the water heater. So we had to pay the plumber, and that was $1,000. Plus the $300 when they came out to do the exploratory, when they tore down the walls to see where the leak was coming from because they couldn't tell. And then we still have to pay the $1,000 deductible. So that's not good. We've used all of our emergency credit card and all of the emergency cash will be used. So I'm just praying that nothing else happens, because my dad was like, you know, everything happens in threes. I'm like, can we please not say that? Because yeah, we just won't even go there. But I always try to stay positive. It could be worse. We still have 2 working showers that the kids and me and Adam are able to use. So it's an older house, but even things with new houses break. It's just part of owning a home. So we're gonna have to really try to pull the strings and cut back on stuff. And it's hard right now because everything feels so expensive. And I've had 2 birthdays and we've got back to school stuff coming up. Anyway, they just opened a grocery outlet in our area, and I was super excited because we had one in Northern California, and me and the kids used to go there all the time. We used to walk there. And I like it because they have different things all the time. A lot of things are still cheaper at Winco, and a lot of things for us are still cheaper at Costco or Sam's Club because we're such a big family. Like Wesley really wanted salmon, but if we're gonna get salmon, we need to get it at Costco or Sam's Club because you get more. They were just really small packs, and for, you know, I think the salmon was $13.99. It wouldn't feed us all. We spent $90, and I'm looking at it thinking, wow, we didn't really get anything. But I think just everywhere prices are up. It just doesn't matter. But some of the stuff, like the hair stuff, is cheaper than like buying it at Walmart. Sometimes, I mean, you just have to compare because they always have different things at the grocery outlet. So we're gonna have some chicken and shrimp tonight. The Adam's gonna barbecue, and I'll probably just throw the shrimp on the stove. But I'll show you what we got real quick. And not shown, Wesley and Kennedy snuck the little bags of chips in the cart without me knowing, and Adam was with me, and so when it got rung up, like, they had chips even though we have chips at home. So that's not shown because they're already eating them, because it was Wesley and Kennedy that were with me. Did I say Jillian? If I did, I meant Kennedy. So we have some garlic toast, and that was about the same price for 8 pieces that you get like at Winco. The shrimp was $8.99, but there's quite a bit in here, and it is already breaded. So I'm gonna cook that. We haven't had shrimp in a long time. And how much was the chicken? $8.99, $8.55. So we got some chicken thighs to barbecue tonight. The Q-tips were almost $2. I have Q-tips in my bathroom, but Wesley does art with them. He uses it to blend and everything, so I told him he could just keep those in his room. These were 99 cents. The girls like these to take off their mascara and stuff. I got myself some conditioner for my hair to try to thicken my hair up. I got this for Allie. I usually get this for Jillian, and Kennedy have pretty curly hair, but she has wavy hair, and she was borrowing it from the girls, and she liked it, so I got her some. Her birthday is on Friday, and I got this for all of us to share. Sometimes when we swim and you don't really want to shower because the chlorine dries your hair out, it's just like a scent boost and leaves your hair really soft. This was $3.99, and at Walmart it's $6.99. So this I thought was a really good deal. I haven't seen this in 2 years, but when we first moved here, I used this a lot on everybody's hair, especially the girls, just because I don't like to shampoo their hair every day because it's not good. So this kind of just revitalizes it and makes it smell really good and makes it so it's not so dry. I got Kennedy a little rainbow tie-dyed bow for 99 cents, which I thought was good, and some colorful rubber bands for 99 cents. And all the girls can share these. There's plenty, so there's that. I don't remember how much the eggs are. I think it was like the same, $2 like the same price as like Walmart. We have cherry tomatoes outside, but I wanted some bigger tomatoes, so I got 4 on the vine tomatoes. I love this salsa. This was, I want to say, $3.49, and right now it's almost $6 for the little one at Winco. So this was cheaper at the grocery outlet. The little lemon juice for 99 cents, which was actually, I felt, cheaper than buying the lemons. Salami was cheaper. It's gone up to, at our Winco, it's like $8, I think, almost $9. And I believe this was almost $6, so it was cheaper. But this is hard with salami because they go through it so fast, so I've not been buying it. The string cheese was $1.99. I typically get this at Sam's Club, but I forgot when we were there last time, so I just picked up 12 of them. I got some goldfish because we're almost out. I don't remember how much it was. It wasn't a bad price though. These looked really good. I love these on salads and burgers, but this was the garlic pepper one, so I'm excited to try that. And we just got some croutons. I think those were 99 cents. And then Adam got some sauces. He's gonna put this on the chicken tonight. And we already have shrimp cocktail sauce for the shrimp. This was 99 cents. Okay, Adam just told me this was actually $1.70. Then we just got some pickles. I like to always stock up on pasta sauce, and I'm not seeing this kind at Winco, the chunky one. So I got 2 of those. Those were 99 cents, which is the same at Winco. And then we're running low on tomato sauce. So we got some more tomato sauce, just 2 cans, because I'm gonna have to get a case at like Sam's Club. And then I just got 1 diced tomatoes and green chilies, and then just 2 things of ramen to keep on hand, because we're actually out of ramen because my kids ate it all. But that was $90. I think groceries are just expensive everywhere right now. So Adam, it's his last day off before he goes back to work. He still has stitches in his hand, but I think he's switching routes with another driver so that he's just doing the big grocery stores where he doesn't have to like actually take stuff off the truck. So that'll be good. But yeah, you can just kind of see where some of the flowers just didn't make it. Some of them probably needed some more shade, especially the ones in the flamingo. I probably should have been watering twice a day because there's not much soil and those tend to get really dry. I think I'm just going to take those out and maybe buy some fake plants to put in the little flamingos, because last year those died too. But anyway, I don't know why, like, I'm gonna move the bird feeder into the front yard. The birds just don't want to come in our backyard. Like, we had the hummingbird feeder out here too, and we have not seen 1 hummingbird, and this is the 2nd year in a row we've had that hummingbird feeder. So that's in the front yard, and I'm gonna move the bird feeder out there too. Actually, I haven't seen any hummingbirds in our front yard either, but I know that the birds go in there because we have some other bird feeders out there. I don't know why they don't want to come in our backyard. Maybe we need like one of those little bird baths out here. Oh, I don't know. I'm a little disappointed with the garden, but I think it's just trial and error. Like, I think I planted stuff too close together and probably overwatered, thinking that they weren't getting enough water. I've got a couple green beans coming in. These are supposed to be mini cucumbers, but I don't know if they're gonna grow. And this was a tomato plant. These are cosmos. Those are growing. My snapdragons are growing. That's from last year. These 2 plants with the little white flowers on them. I don't know what it is. I think it might be chamomile. I'm not really sure. Same thing, the weeds just overtook back here. You can see some wildflowers trying to grow in there. I don't know how many will show up. I mean, the sunflowers are trying to grow. The soil is just very clay-like. We didn't eat our cilantro fast enough, so it started to flower. I have dried some mint to use for tea, so I'll probably come harvest the rest of that this week. And I'm gonna go ahead and pick this lettuce tonight for our salad, and that will probably be done. Same thing with the kale and the Swiss chard. I don't think I'm gonna get any more off of it. So I ripped out 2 of the zucchini plants. They didn't make it again because I think I planted them too close together, and I think I overwatered them. But you know, real life, the sunflowers are doing good and my wildflowers are doing good. That's why I'm surprised that the birds aren't out here. And then you guys saw the wildflowers in the front yard, but it's starting to look like that picture I wanted from the calendar. I'll have to try to find it and see if I can show you guys, because I posted it last year. I had like this vision. Theirs was a white picket fence, so eventually I would like to have the fence go all the way around with like a little gate. I think next year we're going to move this out so it's not on the concrete, so that maybe it gets a little bit more shade, cut back some of those trees. And I'd like to get like a what do you call it, like a cute little metal, is it metal table, like the iron tables, but like a colorful one. I could paint it colorful to put out here with 2 little chairs. I don't know, we'll see. I mean, I think it's still very cute. I tried. I tried, guys. But Adam's gonna come mow. Look at all the little shoots from the trees that fall. And it's trying to like grow other trees in our lawn. That's from the tree in the front yard, I think. But I was talking to my neighbor the other day, and they're an elderly couple. They're in their 80s. They're out there sitting in their chairs. Look at their garden. It's really nice. But he was telling me that honestly, he said it took them like 5-6 years to get it right and to know what grew good and to get their soil right. So I think Coffee with Kate had mentioned that too, that sometimes it just takes a few years. So I'm not going to totally give up, but I don't know. I don't know if those garden boxes were good because I don't think they drain good. I just need to research more. But like I said, I think no matter how much you read on it, I mean, unless you have somebody like a friend that's a master gardener, I really think it's just you have to get in there and just play with stuff and figure out what works in your area. And we have a very, very short growing season. We're one of the coldest parts of Idaho. So even though it's super, super hot, our winters are very long and cold with below temps a lot of the winter. And if it's not below temperatures, there's a lot of snow. And so in the summer, when we get the heat and it reaches almost 100, like to me, it feels a lot hotter than it did in California. I just think because we're higher up. Like right now, it feels like my skin is going to fry off my body. Looks like the kids are out here playing cornhole. We did do a price estimate to get like a fence out here, like a vinyl fence to keep, so Cooper, because he keeps taking off to the neighbor's yard and down the street. But we just can't afford it. Like the cheapest one is $2,000 for them to come do. That's 4 feet high vinyl, and it's not even, the picket ones are more expensive. You think that would be cheaper because it's space, but it's not. Maybe next summer we'll be able to get something like that. And they're just white, but you know me, I would probably paint it yellow. Maybe each side would be a different color. Our friend says that my house reminds him of Punky Brewster, which, you know, I'm totally fine with. I loved Punky Brewster. I wanted to be Punky Brewster, and I thought I was Punky Brewster when I was a little girl. This is just a mess over here that we need to clean up. But I've been sitting out here at night after we water. We let Cooper play in the hose. He loves to chase the water. I just sit out here and I have iced tea or some ice water, and I just watch Cooper and Kennedy and Jillian play and just enjoy the summer evenings while they last. Because even though I'm complaining about the heat, before I know it, the snow will be on the ground and we'll be back to snow boots and huge coats and freezing temperatures. So our house plant died. The really cool one that had the little red fuzzy things. Again, guys, I know some people on here think like I have a green thumb. I truly don't. I think I've been lucky a few times, but even my house plants, they're not. They always die or they don't grow right. We've also got to replace some screens, as you can see here. That one's broke, and the one in our living room. My son Wesley decided it would be fun to call the dog, and he went through it. Cooper, the big dog. And their new sliding glass door that we just got last summer, Wesley went through that screen. I'm telling you, my kids are rough. But someday I'll look back and miss it. I probably won't, but that's what I keep telling myself. Hi, Cooper. I was not in a good mood this morning. I woke up. Let me put this back on my face. Oh, real quick, you see the cats did this to my mini blinds, so we need to also get some new blinds. But actually the blinds they're not that expensive. Either are the screens. Probably have to spend a couple $100 to fix all that stuff. So that we can budget. I just want to get our emergency credit card paid off as fast as we can in case something else were to happen. So, you know, my daughter Tiffany, my 13-year-old works at the Tiki Hut, the little snow cone shack with her friend, and on the nights that they close, because they're open till 10 o'clock at night, her friend spends the night here, so she's here almost every day, because I don't want her riding her bike home at 10 o'clock at night, because she still lives like 3 miles away. But I try to be nice. They came in last night and they were hungry. I mean, they'd already eaten dinner, but they, you know, wanted to snack. They wanted to unwind and play Roblox, and Jillian and Wesley were also awake still. And so I told them, because the night before I told them, I'll let you have a snack. You guys can have till midnight, because I'm tired and I want to go to bed. But you need to clear off the table, do your dishes, and sweep the floor. Even if you don't think there's anything on the floor, sweep it anyway. Because I get tired of waking up in the morning, because that's kind of my time that I have to myself with my coffee. I don't want to come into a dirty kitchen and crap all over my table. The day before yesterday, my floor was sticky. I don't even know what they spilled. And I didn't say anything. I cleaned it up. But I did tell them last night, I don't want to wake up to that. So I'm being considerate letting you guys stay up and have a little bit of time to unwind and play on your computer. You need to respect my wishes. And I got up this morning and dishes in the sink, stuff all over the counters, stuff all over my table, crap all over the floor. And then I walked in here and the blankets were off the couch, and I was like, where's my blankets? And I'm like looking for them, and then I woke up the kids downstairs, and Jillian's like, oh, you know, Tiff's friend accidentally spilled water on them. And I'm like, I can see spilling water on the bottom blanket, but the one on the top of the couch, like, what are you guys having, a water fight? I was just not happy, and I let them know it. Like, they're not staying up tonight. They cannot play on their computers. They already grounded from it. I made Tiffany's friend go home early this morning, and they all had to clean up their rooms and actually make their beds and vacuum. And they've got to start helping out and pulling their weight. I cannot do everything, especially because Adam's hand has been hurt. He can't do a lot, and it shouldn't all be on me. And like I said, I am being respectful. I'm trying to give them some time to unwind and enjoy themselves, you know, after work, before just going straight to bed. And it's summertime, there's no school in the morning. The least they could do is pick up after themselves. So we had that going on this morning. And then I wasn't happy because I'm gonna talk about John Mayer for just a second. So I follow him on Instagram, and he lives sometime in Paradise Valley area of Montana. I know a lot of famous people live there, but he was posting that they're going to be doing some like benefit concerts to raise money for Yellowstone because of the flooding. And so I've been watching every day to see when he was going to post when he was going to be there, because it's only like 2.5 hours away from where we live. And so I was telling Adam, like, maybe we just take a day trip and, you know, maybe get tickets and go see that concert, depending on the price. And I've been waiting and waiting for him to post, and I check like multiple times a day, and wouldn't you know it, I missed it by like an hour and a half. He posted it, the dates, sold out. In an hour and a half, everything was sold out. But honestly, I was telling Adam, I probably wouldn't have been able to do it anyway, because they were $150 a ticket. I don't know who would have watched my kids, because there was a chance, because they were later at night, we would have to stay over. So probably wouldn't have worked anyway. But I was very disappointed because it's such a small venue, like it's just a small place, that there probably would have been a good chance of a meet and greet, like him just mingling with the people that were there for that concert. So, oh well. Maybe next time he'll do something and I can go see him there. So it was kind of a rough morning for me. My phone was ringing. Alright, well, that's it. That was our grocery outlet tour, like what we bought. We're just gonna have I was gonna barbecue some chicken tonight, and I'm gonna make the shrimp, and we'll just probably keep it simple. I'll probably just make like instant mashed potatoes and have some salad and that will be dinner. We've been eating the last 3 nights. We barbecued Saturday. We had his friend brought over pulled pork, and we ate that for like 3 nights, and the leftover hot dogs. So sick of pulled pork. And we had watermelon and stuff, so we've been eating that. I did get some plums with tahini the other day, and we've been eating those. Those are really good. Saturday was his company pool party that we went to, that I worked myself up into a frenzy over. And it was fine. Like, a lot of people actually didn't show up, and I got to meet his boss and his boss's wife, and they were very nice. They ended up giving us like all the leftover like mini sodas that they had brought. They brought them back to our house. But then Adam's friend decided to invite like a bunch of people from his work to our house. So I wish I was the type of person that's like, oh cool, you know, people are coming over. I'm not. And it's not because, and I've said this before, it's not because I don't like people. I just, things need to be a certain way, and I like to have things clean, and I like to have things planned, and it wasn't. And I had a really hard time Saturday. Like, first of all, the people, I hadn't met them before, so I was already trying to come off or come down from the anxiety of the pool party, and then I had that kind of thrown on me. And they were very nice, the people. They probably thought I was rude because it was just very quiet. I had a lot of anxiety. I ended up not falling asleep till like 2 in the morning, because it's like once I get anxious like that, even with the meds, almost, I don't want to say it was a panic attack, but my brain, like, I just couldn't settle down. Like, everything felt wrong. My skin felt like it was crawling. I don't know why I get that way. It was very, very hard for me. And I think Adam was gonna tell his friend, like, dude, like, you can't just invite people to our house. Like, I get it, they're really good friends, and he feels like he's part of the family. And on one hand, that makes me feel really good, but on the other hand, it's like, it's too overwhelming for me. So, there's that. But it's over, and it's just been a lot the last couple months, so I'm just hoping things settle down. So, like, the leak is fixed, and the adjuster came and they measured everything, so it's probably gonna get new carpet in Allison's room, and they'll replace the tile. I don't think they're gonna replace the bathtub, just the tile. And they'll paint the bathroom when they're done, but they don't know when. So it's gotta be approved, and then it's just, it could be 2 weeks, it could be 6 months. I don't know. So we have the bug guy, though there's another expense. We have the bug guy coming back tomorrow to spray again, because when they knocked out the walls, I can't do spiders. Had a little bit of a spider problem, so he's gonna come back and spray. And the only other expense I could see us maybe doing is when they do that bathroom, because the sink and the toilet are so old in that bathroom, because they're going to be tearing stuff out anyway and repainting for us, me and Adam might just have them we might just tear out the toilet and sink and go get a new one at Home Depot or Lowe's and put it in. Adam could probably, we have friends that could help us do it. You know, we'd probably pay them something, but you know, they're very kind people. They'd probably do it for free. We might just, since the tile's getting redone, we might as well just fix the whole entire bathroom. That's not for sure. It's just something we were talking about. I don't even know if we'll have the funds for that, because I still need to pay the lawnmower off on the Home Depot, and the carpet isn't all the way paid off yet either. So I just feel like we're getting back in debt, and I don't like that feeling. Okay, that's enough for today. I will talk to you guys next time. Chicken tendies. Hope everybody is having a good week.